Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Betwixt Galleria. My name is Sam and I shall be your humble curator this evening as we dive back into more Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York City. Oh my gods, I swear I'm gonna finish this today. I promise. We are, as I recall, we are so close. I think we're just 2 or 3 nights away from actually just ending this game. And I've been putting it off so much. It's kind of been I did have the idea of like doing Shadows of New York right after this. Um I've had such a time actually like narrating this that I don't think I can do that. So I think we're just gonna finish this, and maybe one day return to Shadows of New York, probably for another October stream. But for now, we're gonna just try finish this once and for all. Yeah. Oh, I just had the thought maybe it's not the last night. Alright. As we left off, we helped the Bruja? No, Feral Lady. And now we're just kind of getting back into the main story. Gumshoe in the dark. A recent string of violent killings has the Red Hook district of Brooklyn on edge. Sophie mentioned that. Oh, I'm gonna try not to butcher his name. Kadar al-Assimi has a secret associate investigating the murders. A Nosferatu neonate by the name of D'Angelo. If you'll help him out, he might be persuaded to form a lasting partnership. Faith and Myth Part 1. You've received an invitation to meet mysterious someone at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. Somebody's been watching me. Part 3. Oh yeah. You've had enough of Adelaide Davis. It's time to head for Elysium and confront her with Sophie by your side. I'm trying to remember characters' names. Was Sophie the alt girl? Oh, there's no wiki that can help me out. I probably should have watched my previous stream before starting today. We're already on part 3 on this, so let's go. Oh. Actually, no. I have to rest. Sophie requests your presence tonight, and it seems urgent. You find her already waiting for you and clearly pondering something. It takes a few minutes of awkward silence before she speaks. I require your assistance, Sam. There is a matter of great importance that I need to ask you to resolve for me. Yeah, I have such a hard time actually saying all this stuff. I'm trying. Bear with me, please. Sophie, you will find what I'm about to say surprising, I'm sure, but I need you to hear me out. I need you to contact an important anarch figure in New York's NYC and arrange a meeting for us. Aren't means with anarchs forbidden? I'll be saying trap, right? Business do you have with them? Yeah, isn't it illegal? Wait, I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to meet with anarchs. We're at war, right? The prince does look unfavorably at those who meet with the anarchs. That much is true. You will find with this, as with many other things, the Camarilla's policies have more than their share of hypocrisy inherent in them. It comes hand in hand with using medieval power structures. What we are forbidden to do, the prince may do willingly. Some of these things can be done in the open, while others are kept secret as to not invite discord and discontent. I need to contact a man named Torque. He is an influential member of the movement and, like most of them, very suspicious of the Camarilla. That's why I'm sending you to extend my invitation. And we know why she won't go herself. She can't be seen dealing with this. plausible deniability and all. How do I know he'll talk to me? What are you scheming? Say I arrange this meeting. What next? I have something to offer, Torque. A chance to set things straight, both for the Anarchs and for us. Especially for us. From my limited sources adjacent to the movement, I've gathered that your best chance to speak with Torque is to first meet with his right-hand woman, Mia. She's regular at a club called the Leech Pit. That's a great name for a vampire bar. I think it would be best if you presented yourself as an Anarch hopeful, a fledgling looking for a place of belonging. Only after you talk to Torque directly should you mention my name and meeting. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Lying to them won't make them trust me. I don't think that's the right approach. Lying to them won't make them trust me. When they find out the truth, they won't be happy or eager to work with us. That might be true, but if you tell Mia outright that I sent you, she's likely to cut you off. She hates our sect, and it will be difficult to make her listen to reason. Okay, so we gotta convince her. After tonight, I suggest that we do not speak of this again until you arrange the meeting. There are many who would jump at the chance to use this against us. With Kaiser, you have proven you get the job done. Even if it requires additional legwork, I trust you to deal with this task as quickly and covertly as possible. Sorry, first thought in my brain when I saw the word Kaiser pop up was the hospital? Wait, is Kaiser just like a West Coast California thing? It might be, I'm not sure. Huh. Forgive me, but that's all the time I can spare tonight. What I'm asking of you is just part of a bigger whole. Trust me, it will all be worth it. I'll do my best, Vampire Mommy. Okay, I'll do my best. I know you will. Check with Grigori for the address of the Leech Pit. Have Mia introduce you to Torque. When she does, tell him I wish to meet. Let him pick the time and place, but let it be soon. Alright, when she does... Okay. If he proves too guarded, tell him I have something that will help him gather allies against Boss Callahan. That should pique his interest. Good luck, and obviously not worried about this to anyone else, not even any new friends you might have made in recent nights. This stays between us. Okay, I think we're going straight into the end game. I think it's been a year or two since I've seen a playthrough of this game. The way she says that final sentence suggests a not-so-veiled threat, but her warm smile belies that impression. You want her to keep trusting you. I almost said thrusting. What the fuck? You wouldn't want to disappoint her. No. No, I don't. She is mother. Grigori gives you the address. I should have put like a thirsting warning on this on this stream. Warning, flashing lights and thirsting ahead. Grigori gives you the address. The club is in Brooklyn. Apparently it's some kind of heavy metal bar with a dedicated concrete space. Fuck yeah! Not so much the concrete, but definitely the metal. Yeah. Time to pay this Mia a visit. That's banging. The place is teeming with... Oh, that's quite loud. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go. The place is teeming with people tonight. You arrive in the... Okay, that's actually loud in my headphones. You arrive in the middle of a concert. The music is loud, almost deafening, and it takes you a while to get used to it. Okay, hopefully sound's not too low. You recognize a phrase or two of the lyrics and realize that you know the song they're playing. A poster confirms your suspicion. It's a Life of Agony tribute band, and they're not half bad. Fuck yeah. I don't know if that's a real band or not. But hey, tribute bands, they're trying. A group of a few dozen patrons are tightly packed together, and the smell of their sweat and youthful, excited blood overwhelms you momentarily. It's with some difficulty that you turn to the task at hand. You've heard your share about the Anarchs and how they fit into kindred politics, but you only have your short encounter in Corona Park on which to base your actual opinion of the faction. Oh yeah, that one guy who I think got killed. It might have just been a horrible first impression, but you're keeping your guard up just in case. I feel like that guy's giving us some looks. Let's mingle with the crowd a bit. You take a walk around the club. There are a few side rooms and a spacious bar area. You listen on conversations taking place with voices hoarse from shouting. Walk in are a particular sloppy threesome in the bathroom. Oh no! And eventually hit the dance floor for a better feel of the place. As the concert comes to an end, you witness one of the guests, a feisty-looking girl, get into a scuffle with a much larger drunk guy. She doesn't seem to appreciate him reaching around her waist, slapping him with an audible crack that sends him to the ground unconscious. Fuck yeah. Two bouncers break up the crowd and pick up the drunk to carry him outside. Yes! Without so much as questioning the woman, you get an inkling she might be who you were hoping to find. You approach her as she's about to leave. You look awesome. You give off, Winona Ryder in Beetlejuice vibes. Yeah, the fuck do you want? She still seething and bares her teeth for just a moment, but you've learned what to look out for in Kindred. You're pretty sure she's one of you. Hurting into anarchy. I'm ready to being dead. I want to learn about anarchy. I don't think we can pass for being new. Is she going to assume we're talking about the philosophy or the actual, like, group? Would she be more receptive? I don't think she'll be receptive to wanting to teach someone at this particular moment. So let's kind of give like a sly, like we know what's up kind of thing. Heard this is a spot to meet. That's not what I intended at all. Heard this is the spot to meet hot chicks who hate the patriarchy. Anarchs, you could say. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Seriously? That's the best line you could come up with? I am baby. She doesn't smile, but she doesn't hit you either. Follow me behind the bar. She leads you through the bar to a back door that leads into a side room. Indie metal band posters are plastered on every wall, some of them 20 or more years old, judging from the tour dates. I love the art of this game so much. An old sticky table and some rickety chairs are the only pieces of furniture here. Sit down. Sure. You take a seat as the woman leans against one of the walls. The name's Mia. I'm guessing your visit here isn't a happy coincidence? I don't know you, so you're either new in New York or kept an outstandingly low profile. Both sound suspect, so before we take these pleasantries further, answer me this. Who do you run with? Nope, Can we pass for independent? I'm looking to switch. Wait, yeah, are independent vampires even a thing? Now, let's be honest. Like half honest. Camarilla, I guess, but I'm looking to switch. Is that so? She looks you up and down. It's hard to read her. Okay, sure. I'll bite. But let's get one thing out of the way. She leans in. If this is some clever ploy to oust me from my domain, or if you're just here to spy on me and the movement, I'll make sure you make sorry. I'll make sure that you don't enjoy on death. Shit, sorry. Just gonna read that again. I'll make sure that you don't enjoy on death much longer. Got it? You can tell it's a purely rhetorical question. Right. Here's the pitch. The Camarilla likes to think they're the vanilla option. What with Prince Bitch Banhart pretending that they were always in charge. But New York has never been a fully cami city. They might have won the city in '99, but cams have had their asses handed to them many times over the years, and the movement has been here at least as long as they have. Hell, I moved to NYC before World War II, and that was a good while after I saw the camera. Sorry, that was a good while after I saw Camarilla for what they are, a way to keep us all subservient and in line. The Ivory Tower will tell you they're your only safeguard for the The Ivory Tower will tell you they're the only safeguard for the traditions, and that's kind of the problem. There's only one tradition we in the movement feel should be respected: the Masquerade, obviously. Everything else, ask the prince, and she'll tell you it's the logical continuation of the Masquerade. But really, it's just a way to keep the elders powerful and in control. She grimaces. But here's the thing. For all the talk of bloodsuckers being solitary creatures... Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright. We need community to keep up the Masquerade. Community. Alright. Sorry. Community, yes. But authority? Not so much. We need a council of peers to keep the assholes in power, drunk fledglings in check, but not a feudal prince to tell you where to feed or who to hunt down when they step on her toes. Yeah, I'm not good at narrating or talking for long periods of time. She takes a brief. Oh my god, mouth. Come on. She takes a brief break from her indignant rant. So your anarchs don't have a ruler? No, I think they do. Sounds too good to be true. Structures are good, brings order. I don't think it's structure they're arguing against as much as the type of structure. Yeah, because she was talking about a council of peers. I don't know if I want to come off as skeptical, though, so let's ask this. So the anarchs don't have a ruler? A ruler? No, but leaders. Sure. Most follow old boss Callahan's lead. Most follow old boss Callahan's lead. Most, but not you. So I should talk to Callahan? Is Callahan like an anarch prince? So what you're saying is I should talk to Callahan. No, I'm saying you should talk to somebody else. If you're concerned about being well received in this city, you might need to go through Callahan. But if you're serious about the anarch cause itself, he's not your guy. Oh. Callahan eats up fledglings like you and shits out self-preservation. His position as Baron is mighty shaky now, not least due to the fact that he's backstabbed more than his share of allies. Oh, that's never good. Which one's dictionary? There you are. At its most basic, Baron is a strong anarch who controls territory and wields authority over those living in it. That's weird. um, a movement that calls themselves Anarch would have a position that's called Baron. I wonder if that's like a derogatory term. One of the most common types of barons is a lick who has a city, neighborhood, or even just a building. The other common type is a baron who attempts to control an entire city on his own, a local strongman. He behaves suspiciously like a Camarillo prince. Yeah, that sounds like it's more derogatory than like an actual like official position. Um, so he's doing what any other old fart in position of power would do. He's doubling down. Negotiations. I can speak, I swear I can. Negotiations are out. Intimidation is in, tightening ranks as a precaution against the Second Inquisition. She surprises you by hacking and spitting on the ground in disgust. If you spent some time with Cams, that should sound very familiar to you. He's no better than Panhard and her cronies are at this point. I don't know what is with my brain and reading this. It's weird. No, you need to contact Torque. And when you know it, it's your lucky night, because I'm the lick to do it through. Why can't I just meet him? Why do I have to go through you? Can't I just meet him? Nope, because I'm not sure if he wants to meet you. Plus, you could be Callahan's flunky, or Camarillo's spy, or Inquisition collaborator, or all of these at once. That sounds like there's a story behind that, like that happened, and I'm curious. I know basically nothing about you, so there's no way I'm just pointing you in the direction of the guy whose work I respect. Oh, whose work I respect. Torque is a leader, a local baron who's overseeing a small domain, but doing a very good job of it. Callahan knows this, so he's giving him shit. Torque is taking it like a champ. He's smart like that. For one of us rebels, he's got the patience of a saint. Makes you think back to how things used to be back when, if the stories are to be believed anyway. You want to meet him? I'm going to require a show of goodwill first. What do you have in mind? That's fair. She flashes you a mischievous half smile. I appreciate your readiness, but I don't have the details just now. Ask for me at the bar when you're able. I'll leave something for you and we'll take it from there. Now come on, I gotta go. She walks out of the bar and you go your separate ways. Seems like there's... Did the music just stop? Yeah, the music just stopped. I didn't even realize that. Huh. She walks out of the bar and you go your separate ways. Seems like there's nothing more to do than return here later and see if Mia really can help you contact Torque. Oh, okay. A nosy reporter, part 3. Anna Frank Totri, a shining example of journalistic excellence. He's trying to get in touch with you. This can't mean anything good. Let's do somebody's watching. Since, okay. Visiting Elysium with Sophie is always a humbling experience. She's connected, well known, important. You're a nobody. Oh, excuse me. You've always known this, of course, but it's especially apparent when you arrive with her. Arrive with her. My mouth. Blah. Everyone knows it's her, and she drinks it in like it's her birthright because it is. That's Adelaide Davis. Let's go say hello. You spot the woman Sophie's referring to, Adelaide. Your stalker, intense, disheveled, young-looking. Oh wait, Adelaide, your stalker, intense, disheveled, young-looking, a Malkavian if you've understood correctly. As you approach, Adelaide looks at you with disguised hatred. My two favorite people. I love you too, Adelaide. Adelaide looks from Sophie to you and laughs mirthlessly. The sound is creepy enough to make people glance towards you. I'll never stop. You should know that. I'm relentless. Oh my god, even I just cringed at how I read that. What's this all about? I understand why you hate me, but why hate Sam? Yeah, why hate me? But I'm baby. Adelaide looks so angry. For a moment you fear she'll hit you, Elysium or no. As if you don't know, they called me a creep. That's very insulting, especially to somebody like me. I did? Was that when you were creeping, invisible, in my haven? Yes. Sophie sighs. You have to stop, otherwise I'll take this to Kadir. Do that. I have friends much more powerful than him. I'm sorry, I apologize. Is that gonna work? I could beg. I'm sorry, I apologize. This is way past, this is way past the apology. The harm you've done is irreversible. Adelaide locks eyes with you, ignoring Sophie. Let's talk later. We'll have some fun together. Is that gonna involve knives? I feel like that's gonna involve knives. Adelaide walks away. Sophie watches her go before she says anything. She's a lunatic. They say all kinds of things. Don't worry about it. She knows that if she crosses the line, there will be consequences. Sophie steps away to chat with her friends, and you look at the kindred around you, wondering how many would really help you in times of need. Times of trouble. Ooh, achievement. Probably not many. Not a good sign. And yeah, can't do anything else. Rest. You arrive at the leech pit, finding it less rowdy than last time. The bar is still packed, but the dance floor is empty tonight. Instead, the old crackling speakers are playing music that would probably sound like noise even on high-end hardware. Mia is nowhere to be seen, but you do remember she requested that you ask her at the bar. You approach the bar as the bartender finishes pouring a beer for an older guy in a faded, frayed Iron Maiden t-shirt. She turns to you. Hi! You're pretty. What can I get you? Did anyone leave a message for me? Hey, Carissa Killjoys! Oh my god, hi! And Nanisha Roroni. And Just Canada. Hello, Canada. Oh my... Wait, did I just get raided? Oh my god, it's a raid! Hi! Hello, everyone! My name is Sam. Welcome to the Betwixt Galleria. I'm your humble curator for all these wonderful glimpses into strange worlds. Tonight we're playing Vampire Masquerade. Shit, I need to talk more about myself. Seconds are ticking by. I am a variety streamer. I am pretty much just doing this for a hobby and such. I have not gotten a face cam yet. I'm still kind of working out what my deal's gonna be. Hello, welcome, all are welcome, all are welcome. Tonight we're playing some Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York. This is actually very late in the game, so spoilers ahead for this very old game at this point. I think it came out in like 2015. Yes, I'm finally gonna finish it. I promise. Thank you for the follow, Delta 3x2. Oh, welcome. You're now a I still need to figure out what my followers are gonna be called. Welcome to Betwixt Galleria. welcome everyone. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Oh my god. All right. Yes, we're going to keep on going with this. Apologies ahead because I'm not very good at narrating for long periods of time. So apologies for my mouth just making horrible noises as I read this. I was told that someone might have left a message for me at the bar. Ring a bell? Maybe. She looks you up and down and a spark of recollection shines in her eye. Oh yeah, that's right. She takes a well-worn book from behind the counter. Some kind of young adult vampire novel? Oh, hold on one second. My cat is yelling at the door. Alright, sorry about that. And flips through it. She produces a piece of paper from between book's pages and passes it to you. She told me you'd be interested in reading this. Hi. Hi, kitty. Hi, ninja. Oh, you're so cute and fluffy. You find a relatively quiet corner and take a look at the note. T wants to meet you. I'll arrange it, but you need to prove you're trustworthy. Look around the leech pit for a guy named Bruce. Buff dude, tattooed sleeve on his right arm. I'm 90% sure he's somebody's retainer, sent here to spy on us by the cam. Get me the name of his master and write it on this card, then return to the bar. A retainer? Human serves vampiric master? Oh, okay. Can't you really go without at least a few... Yes, hi. I'm sorry, my cat is just... She needs all the love and attention right now. Hi, yes. Hello. Both for convenience and for protection. Huh, so it's not a thrall, but... Okay, that's interesting. So we probably, like, just convince them to leave. It does take you long to locate this Bruce guy. He sits alone in a corner, 2 beer glasses already empty on his table. You take a moment to consider your approach. Yes, I do have a Twitter. I don't really share it very often. I do have a YouTube though, with all the recordings of my past broadcasts. It should be a link down in the description for my channel in my about page. Actually, can I just just get a link to it real quick? I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Ah, no. Come on. Come on, where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Ah, there you are. That's my YouTube. And do I want to share my Twitter? I might as well share the Twitter. Hold on. I need to get some commands set up. Oh, no, it's fine. I'm sure it is. And here's the Twitter. There. Yeah, if you want to go and follow that, I mostly just repost other more talented people's. I just retweet them mostly. Occasionally, I'll post something. Your tag say variety streamer instead of streamer, maybe. Unless they're streaming, hee. Yes. I am a variety streamer. I do a couple stuff. One day I want to do occasionally like video games, but I also want to do like painting streams where I'll be painting like a model or something, or maybe hopefully one day even like a canvas, maybe, yeah. I mostly paint things like yes. My cat does not like it when I talk to people online. I don't know why. I think she thinks I'm going insane. I usually paint, at the moment, mostly like Warhammer figurines. I'm kind of looking to see if I can start painting. Yeah, she's kind of jealous. I'm looking to see if I can start painting, some like Gundam stuff maybe. I'm kind of branching out. I'm kind of seeing what I can do. Yeah, if any of that sounds interesting, give me a follow because every follow helps. The closer I get to like to 50 followers, and then I can start getting subs. Means I'm going to definitely start putting more money into this and like improving some stuff. I have some ideas on like commissioning some like proper like borders and like really like get like some like actually like spruce up the stream so it's actually so it looks at least semi-professional, you know. All right, back to the game. It doesn't take you long to locate this Bruce guy. He sits alone in a corner, 2 beer glasses already empty on his table. You take a moment to consider your approach. Get him drunk and talkative, ask for his master's name up front, feed the opportunity, bar patron, presence, strike up a conversation. Pretty sure we have blood, so let's do that. Oh, it says Steam, not streamer. Okay, oh. Hi, Ninja. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, God, Ninja, you picked the worst time. Oh, she's adorable. She's lovely. Unfortunately, she is very demanding and just jumping up on my desk now. Right. Just giving her lots and lots of pets. Okay, hopefully that should be enough to calm her. The man immediately notices you, but doesn't move from his spot. The other seats are empty. When you focus the blood to boost your attractiveness, it's not just Bruce who notices. He's into you. So are other people, doing double takes as they pass your table. Hell yeah. Just slaying as I walk by. Oh, wow. Hello. Bruce. Hey, you. Have I seen you here before? Definitely not. It's my first night here. I don't think so. It's my first night here. Hey, I'm lucky I'm here tonight then. I could just go straight to intimidate him. Ask him about the name nicely. I know you're here because somebody asked you to spy on this place. It'd make me really happy if you gave me their name. What do you mean, Sam? I don't think I gave you my name. He catches himself, realizes what you're doing. His eyes dart over your shoulder. You thought you'd have him cornered, but he suddenly leaps over the table in one smooth move and dashes through the sparse crowd. You catch up to him outside. He's bolting all right. Clarity. Or serenity? This word. Catch up to him. Throwing caution to the wind, you focus your blood and give chase after Bruce. He might be faster than a human, but his abilities are a fraction of yours. He dashes into a nearby alley and you follow suit. Before you can jump the fence, you tackle him to the ground. A short brawl later, you're standing a few meters apart, Bruce eyeing you with hatred. Alright, have a good night, Carissa Killjoy. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for all your, trust me, with all your lovely, lovely viewers. Have a good night. Sleep well. Bye! Alright. Nearby alley, Bruce eyeing you with hatred. Potence, beat the name out of him. Intimidating violence, tell him his cover's blown. Intimidating violence. I feel like he's used to that. Tell him his cover is blown. Listen, your cover is blown. I was told who you are. You better come clean. Your master's name. That's all I need. Bullshit. Besides, she'd kill me if I told you. And I quite like being alive. Okay, so it's a she. We're getting this. Intimidating violence. Beat the name out of him. Let's intimidate him. Here's the deal. You tell me your master's name, and you save yourself a world of hurt. Unless you want to exit this alley on a stretcher, you better. Whack! Bruce doesn't wait for you to finish talking. He jumps at you, kicking and punching with dizzying speed. It takes you by surprise, and he puts you on the defensive. Just as you're about to retaliate, he breaks away, jumps to fence. Fudge! And is gone into parts of the city unknown. Hi, Kitty. Hi. Time to leave something for Mia. You borrow a pen from the bar and flip Mia's note over to the other side. Sam, and you know it's a she. That still leaves a lot of... Hi, Ninja. That still leaves a lot of options. You could pull a name out of your ass and let Mia figure it out. Samara, put down Samantha. Leave Mia all the info you have. Mia asks you for a name, but if all you have is fragment and the gender, it'll have to do. You jot down a note. Bruce referred to his master as Sam and called her she. Huh. Okay, so he wasn't calling me Sam, he was referring to his master. Okay. That's interesting. And a really weird coincidence. You pass a piece of paper to a bartender. She sticks it back in the same notebook. Hold on one second. She wanted me to pass something on to you. She produces a cell phone from behind the counter. It's ancient, at least 15 years out of date. Oh, right, and this. An old charger for the piece of junk in your hand. They really did think of everything. She said she'll be in touch. It takes you a moment to remind yourself how to operate this thing, and you find that its phone book is blank. There's no Wi-Fi connectivity and no saved messages. It's got a version of Snake though. The bartenders are already over at the other end of the domain, taking orders from patrons. With your NR contact nowhere in sight, you decide to move on for the night. Hopefully, your educated guesses based on scraps of information collected will be enough for me to call you. Hopefully. The nosy reporter. Yeah, because this one, we're almost done with that one too, so let's do this. Frank Dautry, a shining example of journalistic excellence, is trying to get in touch with you. This can't mean anything good. Where's that chipper spirit? Come on. Visiting Sophie's haven, the doorman stops you. You've been here enough times that he recognizes you and says there's a note left for you. You ask about the person who left the note, and the doorman gives a description that can only be Frank Dautry, the reporter. Once you get the note, you step aside to read it. Sorry about that, just hydrating. I have what you asked. Everything, all the details. This is crazier than you can imagine. Come meet me at the Beautiful View Motel in Queens. I'm waiting for you. I gotta go to Queens. Okay. The note is unsigned. Traffic must be wild this time of night. On impulse, you return to the street. You didn't have anything important to do with Sophie anyway. It would be much better to come back with real information. I'm sorry, guys. I have to help my cat out. I'll be right back. 1 second, please. Alright, so sorry about that. I'm back. Stepping into the Beautiful View Motel, you can't help but think the name makes promises that the building fails to deliver. Outside, there's nothing but an ugly parking lot. Empty. The paint marking the parking space is almost completely worn away. Hey, Carmina! Hello! Thank you for the lurk. Welcome back to the Betwixt Galleria. Oh, sorry about that. All lookers are welcome here. All. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm kind of hyper. I got raided by a bunch of people. It's really nice. Oh, so many lovely new people here. Thank you all so much again for being here tonight. Ooh. Standing in the lobby, it feels like there is decades worth of stale cigarette smoke. You're happy not being able to breathe anymore. The furniture looks like it was picked up picked up from a yard sale in the 60s. There's something appropriate in the grubness of the surroundings. They fit the image you have of Frank perfectly. It's appropriate to find him in a place like this. You nod to the old woman manning the reception desk. She seems totally uninterested in what you're doing. Her eyes glued to a small TV perched on the desk, a cop show. Sorry, just trying to catch my breath there. Walking deep into a motel, you find a lounge that might have aspired to a kind of lavish comfort in its glory days. Now it just feels sticky, like you need to wash your clothes afterwards. Frank sits on a bar stool. There's no bartender, but Frank has a shot glass in his hand. He looks even sweatier than usual. Oh, that's a lot. Frank fidgets with the glass in hand as if he wanted to give a good impression, but couldn't suppress a nervous tick. I hope you're ready, because I have everything you asked for. Frank Dotree is a professional, after all. Yes, indeed. They try to smear my name, but I get the story. I hope your story's good. Can I have a drink? You look nervous. You'd be nervous too if you'd been fucked over as many times as I have. Once they think you're a bad guy, they'll just start making up lies about you. It doesn't matter what's true and what isn't. Frank, I can't remember what the voice I gave him before months ago, but I'm liking this one I found just now. Or heck, it might not be a voice at all. It might just sound like my regular voice. Frank seems to be in a strange mood. Hard to read. Maybe it's just the alcohol speaking, but something is off about him. Who's they? Take it easy, pal. Who's they? Oh, I hope this doesn't, go off into, some weird conspiratorial rant. I regret this already. Everyone. All those assholes who thought they were smarter than me. If you're a reporter, you make mistakes. Everyone does. You make enemies. You get facts wrong. So why was I singled out? Ooh. Not sure he can get anything out of Frank. He's throwing himself a pity party and decided to invite you. I did not I pulled the pin on that grenade. You decide to try one more time. I didn't come here to hear you whine. I didn't come here to see you whine and wallow in self-pity. Frank sounds like he has plenty more bitterness inside him waiting to come out. Let me tell you something else. An ear-splitting sound fills the lounge, and a bright flash blinds you. For a second, irritational panic grips your dead heart. Is this sunshine? Are you going to burn to death in a cheap motel in Queens? Oh no, this is the Inquisition, isn't it? As your vision adjusts, something whizzes past you. There's a series of thunking sounds, something impacting the bar. Frank is lifting a shot glass, miraculously still in his hand. A massive blood stain spreads across his shirt. What? For a bizarre, incongruous moment, you stare at the thing sticking out of Frank's chest. Wait, so he wasn't just shot, he was shot with, an arrow? Or did someone throw a spear at him? What just happened? It's a I was close. It's a crossbow bolt. Another two lie shattered to the bar. Having missed the targets, one missed you by a hair's breadth. Turning around, you see figures dressed in black tactical gear storming into the room in eerie silence. Perhaps the flashbang damaged your ears. Perhaps the flashbang damaged your ears. They drop the tactical crossbows and lift up rifles. Jesus Christ! Who comes prepared with a crossbow? The Inquisition, or possibly other vampires? Frank slumps to the floor. A wooden crossbow bolt will paralyze a vampire, but struck through a human heart, it kills. The scent of blood fills the air. Fight the assailants, make a run for it. We expanded quite a bit of blood. No, we only did that one thing. I think we can take them. We can take them. Come, we're motherfucking vampires. We can take them. You are a creature of the night. These attackers can't do anything to hurt you. You will rip them apart. Do you think you can take me? Now I'm just going to go with the classic, fuck you! The attackers shout at you even as you shout. Bullets rip into your body, tearing your internal organs apart. The risk was calculated, but wow, am I bad at math. You stagger for a second before launching yourself at the man in front. You grapple him, trying to bite at his neck. To your surprise, your teeth clink into metal. He appears to be wearing some kind of a special protective device on his neck. It is the Inquisition. Yeah. Okay. Another attacker hits you in the back with the butt of his rifle. It hurts and something breaks. You hope it wasn't important as you stagger back, feeling your incisors. Wait, what? Alright, feeling your incisors with your tongue. One's broken, the force of your mangled bite. Oh no! This was a very bad idea. This was a very bad idea. The attackers all have identical tactical helmets. Their expressions remain invisible under the hard plastic. But you know what they'll do. Shoot you until you die. Vampire or no vampire. I feel like I should cut my losses, but specifically I think I gotta use presence. The man you tried to bite had a neck guard. That reveals something very uncomfortable about how prepared they are, but also tells you they're scared. You screech, spit blood, and raise your hands as if you had claws, all the while making yourself as daunting as possible with your powers. For a moment, the attackers seem affected by your display, a few of them cowering, giving you space to dash across the room. You can hear one calling for backup in a shrill voice. You crash through the plastic sheen, covering a broken window as the attackers regain composure and more shots pierce your body. Rising to your feet, you realize that your mangled left arm isn't really working anymore. More bullets ricochet off the ground. Oh shit. There are 4 SUVs parked by a motel's front door, all black with tinted windows. A man and a woman middle-aged, dressed like detectives, look at you in surprise as you run past them, bloodied and broken. Just a normal day in New York City, baby. One tries to yell something as you stumble to your car, painfully wrench the door open and turn the ignition. For a terrifying moment, you fumble with the keys, but then the car starts and you floor it, careening onto the highway. You only really feel safe once you reach your haven. You take off your clothes, watching in the mirror as your undead blood starts to heal your wounds. It's an amazing sight. Oh shit. Oh, this was probably a really bad idea. We have to get rid of the car. We can't stay in this haven anymore. We gotta, leave it. We gotta burn it. Heck, we probably should not have even returned to the haven. We should have ditched the car somewhere. This was a bad idea. One thing is clear. You almost died. Any human would have been killed from the wounds you sustained. You're still here, wondering what to wear before you head out to meet Sophie. You run into Sophie's building, ravenously hungry from mending your body. The doorman looks at you anxious as you dash past, unconsciously sensing your bestial nature. You pound on the door of Sophie's apartment, more for the sake of your own nerves than because you think it's any help. After a few moments, Sophie herself opens the door and looks at you in surprise. She doesn't have her makeup on and her hair is disheveled. You've caught her on a night off. And still looking eloquently radiant. Is that right? No. Eloquently gorgeous. There we go. What happened to you? What happened to you? Wait. What happened to you? As you step into the apartment and follow Sophie to her living room, you see the remains of a party. Empty glasses, a faint smell of blood in the air. You have no time to contemplate Sophie's social life, however. It was an ambush. Almost died. We're being hunted. I feel like ambush gets across the fact that we're being hunted well enough. It was an ambush. They were prepared. You're compromised. Oh, fuck. For a moment, Sophie's facade cracks. She looks tired, then she rallies herself. Sit down and stay calm. I'll check whether this apartment is still secure. You sit down, suddenly conscious of the vast gulfing experience between you and Sophie. She's managed to stay alive for a very long time and knows how to survive. You only hope that you will survive along with her. For the next hour or so, you sit on Sophie's sofa, answering minute question. Minute? Yeah. No, that's supposed to be minute, right? No. Okay, yeah. Minute questions about Frank and the commandos who assaulted you. At intervals, she makes murmuring phone calls to mysterious contacts. After a longer while, Sophie lets you go. You should be safe. And more importantly, I should be safe too. Yeah. I've taken measures to secure both our havens, but keep your eyes open nonetheless. And another achievement. You leave Sophie's apartment wondering whether you'd survive another ambush like that. Definitely would not. Alright, now we sleep. Sleep. A piece of paper is sticking out of your mailbox. It's a computer printout, a note, and a scene shot from Google Maps. It reads, "Meet me at the indicated spot tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'll pick you up and we'll take it from there." No signature. The place marked on a map is the lookout point near Pier 1, just next to the Brooklyn Bridge. You check the phone that may have passed you. No new messages, no missed calls, it's all a bit fishy. But there's only one way to find out who addressed this to you. Looks like tomorrow evening has been planned for you. The plan was to return to your haven for the day. The sun is coming up soon, after all, but that's not what the beast has in store for you. Oh no! The feeling of emptiness, the overwhelming famishment that takes hold of you cannot be denied or bargained with. The time when you could reason with your thirst is over. Oh, fuck. You don't remember how it happens exactly, but you find yourself in an alley sucking the last drops of blood from the savage gashing corpse's neck. Oh no! You have killed somebody tonight and did it very close to your haven. You fool! Who is me? I'm the fool! Oh no. I should have run. Mistakes were made. Oh no. Any attempts at covering up this poor soul's death becomes secondary when you realize that the dull glow over the city in the east is the sun coming up. You barely make it back to your haven in time. You realize your clothes are a mess, torn in places, covered in blood, your victim's blood. How many people saw you get into the building? You don't know. It was a panic sprint to escape the light. Instinct, saving your skin! The same instinct that decided it was time to feed the beast. Fuck. You cannot let this happen again. You cannot ignore the hunger for as long as you did before tonight. Your humanity depends on it. I fucked up. I fucked up. You go downstairs as soon as you wake up. One more glance at the phone, but no news from Mia. You take the car to Brooklyn. You take the car down to Brooklyn Park on Front Street, and approach the meeting spot cautiously. Oh, that's gorgeous. Gonna take a screenshot of that. A figure about Mia's size is standing there, dressed in an oversized jacket and looking out toward Manhattan. As you approach, you can hear her muttering something. That's not Mia. Is it? It is true, but I do not think it true. If I do not think it true, then it cannot be true. And if it cannot be true... Oh no. I'm not good at puzzles. Hey, I'm meeting somebody here tonight. I don't suppose that would be you. The woman turns around. It's not Mia. Whoever it is, you have never seen her before. She looks perfectly plain and unmemorable. I don't know if I'd call her unmemorable. That's like, really distinctive. Why, yes, it's me. We are meeting now. You are meeting me, I am meeting you. Such a joyous occasion. You turn around. 3 men, all of them burly and threatening, approach you. One of them takes the lead. So you got the message. Man, I've had a hell of a day. Please be gentle. What is this about? Cut the crap. What is this about? We're taking a trip, friend. The boss wants to meet you. Oh, you mean Torque? What? You gotta be shitting me. Torque ain't the boss of jack shit. I mean Boss Callahan, you dumbass. I suggest you get a move on. We've got places to be. Oh, I think I just ratted out Torque by accident. Oh. I'm making so many mistakes. Voice of the woman keeps creeping into your ear, into your consciousness. The litany of gibberish ever present throughout this entire conversation. The man cracks his knuckles. Oh, is she like hypnotizing me or something? Or we can do it the hard way. Agreed to go with them. Yeah, okay, I'll go with you. Smart. They lead you down the pier and onto a motorboat. The engine starts. Put this on. He points to a cloth sack. One of the guys is holding you down. The woman is still there, whispering to herself. Somehow you hear her voice clearly in your head. It becomes a nagging suggestion to put the sack over your head. Excuse me. You don't really want to do it, but your hands go through the motions all the same. It takes 50 minutes or so to reach your destination. You think. The engine dies down, and you are led on shore and then further, up an incline and through some overgrowth. 10 more minutes of walking, maybe until a deep voice reaches your ear. Vincent, my dear boy. Why the hood over our guest's head? Well, boss, I thought. No, that will not do. How many times do I have to repeat myself, Vincent? You don't have to think. You have to listen and do what you're told. Yes? Yes, boss. Well, take that ridiculous sack off their head, will you? The hood comes off, and the owner of the deep voice is a curious sight, dressed in what can only be described as Victorian clothing with a monocle and graying red hair. Is this Callahan? Oh, you look like you have opinions on the Civil War. Ugh. Apologies for Vincent's unacceptable behavior. He can be a little thick sometimes. Isn't that right, Vincent? Yeah, boss. Sometimes. A little. I believe you already know who I am. Pretty sure this is Callahan, right? Nope, I'm not gonna risk it. You're Boss Callahan. Right you are, and I'm guessing you know my role in this city. I represent the Anarch movement, while I'm not quite sure what you represent. I've invited you here to find out. Now let me make myself perfectly clear. I'm disappointed in you. Truly disappointed, but I arranged this meeting to allow you to make amends. Is it because I killed someone? First, though, I have to make sure you understand what your infraction was. So, do you know why you're here? Because I wanted to meet with Torque? Feel like you're dying to tell me. Don't get smart with me. He takes her face's hand while Vince holds you in a tight grip. He squeezes hard and looks you deep into your eyes. Torque is the reason you're here. Or that little angry strumpet of his, I'm told. Yes, Mia? Oh, how I'd love to get my hands on her gaunt neck and wring it till it breaks. But see, I'm a statesman, and that's not the prudent thing to do. Don't you work for the Anarchs? No, indeed. The prudent thing to do is tolerate both her and that blasted ebony-skinned mentor of hers. Sir! Sir! The vibes are rancid. As rancid as your whole getup is. Look at what the world has become these nights. Here I am, lambasting a black man and a woman from a whelp of Asian descent. My papa, rest his soul, would not believe it. I'm gonna snap his fucking neck. It's just no. I was joking before, but he definitely has opinions on the Civil War. Finish with your disgusting rant. Please just let me go. You take that shit back or else. Finish with your disgusting rant. Oh, fledgling, you have no idea who you're messing with. Nah. Like, I had a thought, but I thought better of it. He looks at you with rage in his eyes, and you feel insignificant and vulnerable. An irrational fear takes over you. You cannot speak up against this man again. You just can't. He's too terrifying. Now that I have your full attention, I will request something from you, and you will obey me to the letter, but that comes later. First, you will answer a few questions, the first of which is, who pointed you to Mia? Nobody. It was my idea. Oh, really? And what was your intention behind the meeting? I needed her help with something. Oh, come now, you'll have to be more specific than that. I need to know exactly what it was that you discussed. I just wanted to learn about the Anarchs, so I asked her about the movement. Oh, child, you should have come to me then. I'm the Anarch movement in New York City, and nobody makes a secret of it. If you're a part of the Anarchs, I don't want shit to do with you. You bet on the wrong horse, and I'm sure you'll soon learn. See, that wasn't hard now, was it? Of course I can't be sure how much of what you told me was true, and how much of it is worth about as much as yesternight's horse shit. But I'll find out. I always do. When I do, we'll have another one of these nice talks. Maybe, just maybe, you'll avoid this upcoming unpleasant episode next time. He gives Vince a sign and the Birdman starts hitting you all over. You feel teeth, ribs, and fingers break. Your foot is mangled under Vince's boot, your shoulder dislocated, your nose wrecked. That's enough, Vincent. Leave them be. He snaps his fingers in front of your face a few times and checks if you can focus on his face. You can, but barely. I'm a man of principle. God, I just felt fucking disgusting saying that. Another night, I would perhaps put you in a casket, dip it in concrete, and dump it in the Hudson. A favorite of mine during the Roaring Twenties, and it's been a while. But like I mentioned before, I'm nothing but prudent, and so the interest of this city's kindred must come before my own needs and wants. I will therefore let you continue your existence. Here's what I require in return for this boon. You are forbidden to make torque. I will keep an eye on him. If you want a place with the Anarchs, you go through me, and only me. Got it? Oh, God, you're like a racist Monopoly man. You have to understand that I have my associates do. Alright, you have to understand why I made my associates do to you tonight was just business. We can still work out a mutually beneficial relationship. In fact, it's either that or your final death. Time to go, Vincent. Take the boat back, leave the fledgling here. I think they have a lot to think about. Sure thing, boss. Pleasure making your acquaintance. Callahan walks away, as do Vince and his band of thugs. You lie on the ground for a while longer, feeling the blood slowly putting your body back together. Your hunger growing. You can hear the beast calling for sustenance, for safety, for revenge. A distant but pronounced third desire. It's not until you man yourself enough to appear more as a mugging victim than a possibly mangled walking cadaver that you hail passing, and head back to your haven. The whole way there you're tempted by the beast. Your driver, 30-something with strong Slavic accent and an unpronounceable name on his ID, keeps asking if he should drive you to the hospital. You keep declining, all the while thinking that if you only asked him to pull over for 5 minutes, you could feast on his warm blood to the beast's content. Drink him whole, nobody would know. Nobody but his wife and kids, if he has them. Nobody but his boss and co-workers. Nobody but you, as you look in the mirror tomorrow. Keeping your hunger at bay has never been as difficult as it is tonight. The driver stops at your apartment building. There's nobody around. You can do it. Do it now. Now. Resist! You pay the driver and walk out. Fast. Leave the car behind. Don't look back. Look back. Walk back. Feed. No. Through the door. Up the stairs. Key in the lock. Open the apartment. Walk in. Lock yourself in. The familiar four walls of your haven are a blessing. The beast inside you keeps nagging, but you kept it at bay tonight. Not a small feat given your state. Ooh. You are still weak. You're still weak. You're still not quite mended. You need to rest. Tomorrow you will have to feed again. Tomorrow you will have to consider your next move. Callahan is not the kind of man who quits, but tonight, you rest. Yes, sleep. Oh, yeah. Sleep. Waking up tonight feels different for 2 reasons. For one, you are pleasantly surprised that your body mended reasonably well while you were resting. It comes with a caveat, though. The hunger you feel is pronounced. The beast like a black dog on the edge of your vision, following you. But what is truly remarkable is waking up to the tune of an old cell phone ring. An unknown number is calling the phone. Phone you got from Mia. You pick up. Kept that old thing charged after all, huh? You alright? I feel like shit. Look, that's too bad, but I don't really care. I was just being polite. I'm calling with good news. Torque has agreed to meet you. His pub in the Bronx, solids and stripes. Solids and stripes. Okay. Be there tonight. 2 things. No drinking on the premises, so if you want to grab a snack, do it before you set foot in the borough. We really have to do that. And this is an exclusive no powers meeting. We will be rubbing shoulders with commoners the whole evening, and also we don't trust you. So keep it casual, or you'll blow it. Anything you'd like to add? We should expect company. I met Callahan yesterday. He kicked my ass and forbade me from meeting Torque. Said he'd keep an eye out to make sure I comply. Silence on the line. Fuck. More silence. I can't promise you any protection on your way there or back, but at the pub you'll be in Torque's domain. For all his posturing, Callahan doesn't have the balls to strike Torque directly. We'll post additional lookouts on watch. That's the best I can do. If Callahan got under your skin, I get it. I was in that spot once or twice too. All I've got to say is, the risk is worth it. If you don't show tonight, I won't blame you, but it is a one-time offer only. You gotta hedge your bets, just don't do anything stupid. You meet with us tonight, it better be in good faith. She ends the call. And I gotta tell her that, like, Sophie sent me. That's gonna be... Ugh. They're not gonna like... Well, she's not gonna like this. I don't know what Torque's gonna be like. First things first, you take the subway to York Street Station. Walk to Front Street, retrieve your car, weigh your options while driving back to Haven. Feeding opportunity, trust your intuition. You've been doing this for a good few nights, you're getting a feel for it. You're learning what kind of predator you are and what kinds of blood you crave. You're so caught up in yesterday's problems and this cloak and dagger debacle, you're now a part of that the hunt feels almost automatic and casual tonight. A fragment of you surrenders control. Just minutes after you find your victim, coax them, drink from them, you find you've forgotten their face and how they were dressed. Well, it only hits you once you look at yourself in the car's rear mirror. This was wrong. You can't let this become the norm. You hurt somebody, a human being. You're a monster. I mean, I just fed off them, right? I didn't kill them? You need to stay mindful of this. You're a monster, but unless you let yourself off the hook, you can hold on to your humanity and not let yourself slide down the spiral. Okay, good. Instead of clearing your mind, this clouded it further, and you are still no closer to a decision. Drive around. Well, let's drive around. You do intend to visit Torque tonight, but you decide to drive around a bit first. Something tells you there might be somebody tailing you. It sounds sensible to try and lose them. You spend a good 2 hours looking in your rearview mirror and driving all over the city before finally driving to the Bronx. Ooh, pretty. Take another screen cap of that. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to refill my glass. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. You take some basic precautions as you enter Torque's turf. You park a few streets over from where the pub is and walk towards it while keeping an eye out for anyone suspicious. That kindred, for the most part, look no different than regular people. Ooh. Makes things complicated, of course. If you're being followed or watched, it's going to be hard to tell. You reach the pub, shoot a final glance around. There's nobody suspicious around as far as you can see, and open the door. I don't know why I'm needing to catch my breath for a second. The smell of cigarettes is overwhelming. The whole place has an aura about it. A constant fog hanging right under the ceiling. The lethargic fans do nothing to disperse it. The constant crack of billboard balls and clink of glasses tells you all you need to know about the clientele. Not a very vampiric place at all. You're wondering if you got the address right. Ooh. Sorry. Ooh. Got really out of breath just running up the stairs. Oh, did I just miss something? Hold on. What did I miss something? Okay, no, I didn't. You apparently did. Mia's here. She motions you over to one of the few tables around. Took your sweet time to get here. What? Got cold feet? Never mind. Anyone follow you? Not that I know of. Fair enough. Before I introduce you, there's some outstanding business to discuss. You didn't prove any helpful at the bar. Carol, the bartender, mentioned that you made an effort, but as you can imagine, there's plenty of licks who use feminine pronouns in this city. Still, I'll take whatever I can get, so thanks for that, I guess. Come on, Torque's right there. You walk toward one of the tables. A guy in a coat and hat leans over to take a shot. He's way ahead of his opponent. The table's clear of his balls, save for the 8-ball in a tricky position. Hey, they're here. Hi! Be with you in just a moment. Your style is impeccable. The hit is fast, precise, and sends the black ball exactly where the player wanted it. His opponent lets out a frustrated sigh. That's that. I believe that's 150 American dollars, Joey. You want to pay up now or up the stakes again? The disgruntled man accepts his defeat and pays up, then declares he's going to grab another beer. To the victor go the spoils, thank you kindly. He turns his full attention to you. The man is good-looking, if somewhat gaunt and intense. His eyes especially seem to pierce right through your core, but not in an unpleasant way. Name's Torg. I believe you're Sam, Sophie Langley's new plaything. Is that right? It's so funny that, like, the name we got at the bar was Sam. Just utterly baffled me for a moment. That's right. How does everybody always know that? No, we're definitely her plaything. We would never deny that. That's right. How does everybody always know that? That's right. Yeah, Mia told me as much. Mia already knew? Huh. Forgive my being real with you right off the bat, but I like to know who it is I'm dealing with. So here's something that I've been scratching my head about. If you're with Langley, and Langley's Cam through and through, I'm told, what is it that you've come to accomplish here tonight? Sophie wants to hear with you. Here to spite I am mostly here to spite Callahan, but Sophie wants to meet with you. Sophie Langley wants to meet with you. Don't ask why, she didn't tell me. She just said it has something to do with gathering allies against Boss Callahan. I'm here to arrange that meeting. The fuck? I knew nothing about this. They lied to me. Mia's furious. She's looking at the pool cue and at you as if she was figuring out the best combination for the two. It's fine. I appreciate the honesty. Even if you weren't straight with my second command, that I don't appreciate. Well, well, well. Ain't that an interesting proposition? You can't be seriously thinking about meeting with Langley. She's hardline Cam. It's a trap. It must be. It just might be. It just might. He looks at you, pierces you with his unnaturally keen eyes. He's about to say something when a door opens at the back of the room. Oh, you look like you would sound like Bender. That's a Bloodlines reference. Hey, Torque, you, gotta guess. They're in the back. Mia, won't you be dear to keep our new friend company? I'll see what the commotion is. Sure thing. Torque tips his hat to you and walks to the back, joining the man who called for him. Mia glowers at you, this time weighing one of the pool balls in her hand. She looks like she has half mind to chuck it at your face. You know what? Fair. You gotta be quite happy with yourself, bluffing your way in here. It's not just Sophie I'm here for. I mean, we are here to spite Callahan, but yeah, we're sorry. I wish I did this differently, but it is what it is. I'm not proud of myself. You shouldn't be. You made me look like a chump in front of Torque. Here I was beginning to think you might be a good addition to our little family. There's a whole lot of trust you'll have to regain before that happens now. I will diligently work for that. Torque appears from a door at the back and calls across the room. Yo, Mia, can I grab you for a second? Sam, go over here too. You go to the back room. It's basically a storage area with a single wooden desk. It's pretty cramped, especially considering there are 5 other people in there with you. Torque ushers you in and closes the door behind you and Mia. 2 burly dudes are holding somebody down. A familiar voice reaches your ear. Motherfuckers, you're gonna pay for this, you hear me? The boss is gonna fuck you up so bad you have no idea. Have you had the doubtful pleasure of meeting Mr. Sariti before, Sam? Is that how you pronounce it, Sariti? Oh, I hope so. Apologies for butchering that. You could say that. You're fucked. You're so fucked you don't even know it, you stupid piece of shit. I should have ended you yesterday. The boss told you to stay away. You should have listened. That's a story and a half, ain't it, Vince? Or ain't it? Vince, calm down now and tell me how many of your guys are still out there on my turf. Go fuck yourself, you're done. The boss will know this stupid piece of shit fledgling came here. He knows they're with Langley. You know what that means, Torque. No, I don't. What does it mean, Vince? Now the boss can wipe you out. He'll just say you're sucking Langley's tit and all this buzz of yours, gone. You're done, Torque. Well, now, if that's the case, I guess riding NYC of your toady ass won't make things any worse, will it? Actually, there's an idea. Vince mentioned that he beat you up yesterday. Did I hear that right, Sam? You want to repay the favor? No, it's his turf. He can deal with it. It's your turf, Torque. I think you should deal with him. That's a fair point of view. He takes old Peel Q and breaks it over his knee. Hold him down, bros. Don't you fucking do it, Torque. Don't! Torque takes a sharp piece of wood and jams it in Vince's chest. His features grow slack, his entire body inert. He doesn't even give out a yelp. Take him downstairs. Let's keep Callahan guessing about what happened to his favorite puppy. I'll figure out what to do with that cum guzzler later. The other two anarchs that held Vince down before take him out of the room. As entertaining as that was, I think Vince, in his unmatched wisdom, shared more than Callahan would hope for. This changes things. Your eye is just... piercing is the correct term for it. Ever heard about Operation Lights Out, Sam? It was the second Inquisition effort here in NYC. A single night of raids at a magnitude never before seen or since. Second Inquisition is like a 1990s thing, so that can't be the blackout, the Great New York Blackout I'm thinking of. Alright. The Ivory Tower got away with just a few losses here and there. No major players were hit. They managed to find safe spots and stay out of the eye of the storm. Wouldn't you rather be in... Okay. Us, though, we got hit hard. All over town, havens were rooted out, entire coteries and safe houses gone. Just like that, nobody saw it coming. I barely got out in one piece. Mia looks at him with concern, puts a hand on his arm. He shrugs it off, gently but surely. Others like my child Barb, or Mia's sire, extinguished. But you know who got out without a scratch? Callahan. Oh yeah, that tracks. Yeah, he seems like the guy who would work with the Second Inquisition. We thought about it for the past few years. How has that Big B man managed to excuse himself from the Staten Island Museum where we used to meet? Just before vans full of guys in body armor show up. How is it that my baby is burning up after being shot with incendiary rounds? I also see Doug Callahan running with his tail between his legs, pushing fledglings like you in the path of the SI. We think the bastard knew what was coming, and he set us up, not just us, some of our brothers and sisters who got hit, as some of the lowest profiles in the city's licked population. The moral of the story? Callahan is an opportunistic motherfucker. And if even his thickest followers suggest he's going to sell me out, then that's what he's going to do, as sure as the sun rises. He pauses for a moment, and you see him reach a decision. You said something about Langley having an offer for me. It might be your fault in part that I'm at this juncture, but now's going to be as good a time as any to listen to what she has to say. I mean, let's be honest. Callahan seems like the guy who is just looking for an excuse. I have a feeling he would have just said, he's working with Langley, like, out of the blue with no evidence. Like, I'm pretty sure if a random person walked up here, he would have said the same thing. I don't think that's wise, T. Well, what would you have me do then? You said yourself, it's all this fledgling's fault. They brought this to us, so let's use them as a bargaining chip. Callahan wants them, Langley needs them, they're valuable. Aw, I'm valuable. Eee. I'm just a pawn, though. Yeah, but that actually kind of makes me even more valuable in a way, because, like, the fact that I am just a pawn, needed by other people, but not them, makes me, like, a perfect patsy, because they can just, like, get rid of me whenever they want. What the fuck, Mia? Nah, that's fair. We understand. I'm sorry, but don't sell me out. Guys, I'm sorry it turned out this way. I really am. I'm just a messenger in this. Don't throw me under the bus. That's just it. CT? They're just a messenger. What if this whole thing was planned? What if Langley's looking to score brownie points with the prince, and this is all a setup? If that's the case, then we're beyond the point of no return anyway. So what if Callahan wants this fledgling? He wants us out of the picture. He'll find a reason, if not tonight, then soon. Mia, I understand your concern, but I need you to trust me, like you did before. This is my call, my responsibility. You can give me shit about it later, but I'm sure you will. Or, like I'm sure you will. Count on it. He smiles and takes a no bullshit look and points at you. 3 conditions. First, you come pick me up, personally, and bring me to the meeting spot. Anything goes sideways, it's your ass. That's absolutely fair. Second, Mia's coming with me. No 2 ways about it. 8 eyeballs in the meeting. The 2 of you, the 2 of us, nobody else. That is also fair. And third, the meeting is in public. Downtown, some spot frequented by mortals. We see you take us anywhere fishy. We check out and fuck you up as a message to Langley. Totally fair. I count on it not coming to that, though. You seem likable enough. Yee! I'm likable. The camp hasn't gotten its talents in you yet. Keep it up, and maybe you'll come to the same conclusion we did in your own time. I don't know, though. Do you have any, like, strong, vampire mommies who, like, adopt a bottom? I doubt it's dangerous being Anarch. Given how one of the Anarchs, I mean, granted, a piece of shit Anarch was Callahan. I'll make sure to repeat your conditions to Sophie. You do that. Best be on your way. Ask for me here when you need me. The bartender knows how to get in touch. Just ask him to put the owner on the line. Mia walks to the door and accompanies you to your car. Listen, about what I said before. Yeah, what about it? I panicked. That's all that was. It was unfair what I said. If anything, it's my fault. I'm angry with myself, and that makes me angry with you. Forget it. See ya. She starts walking back to the bar as you start the engine and head back to Sophie's apartment. Time to give Sophie the good news. She welcomes you as openly as ever, clearly excited to see you and for what news you might bring. Good evening, Sam. How is your task going? You have something for me, perhaps? I did what you asked. It's done, but cost me dearly. It's done, but there'll be trouble. I did what you asked. The meeting's set up. I suggest we take advantage of it quickly, though. There's going to be trouble. Trouble? What trouble? During my meeting with Torque, the same guy who beat me yesterday, Vince, showed up. He's Callahan's goon. We have to assume he knows I met Torque. Well, that just means we have to bring the plan to a close. And thanks to your good timing, we're just a day away from that. Well, let's hear it. What did Torque agree to? You relay the Anarch leader's conditions. You are to pick him and Mia up. The meeting should be should include the four of you, and it should be held in public space. Those are all fair enough, although I do worry about that Mia character. Tell me, do you think she's trustworthy? Well, Torque trusts her, so we can too, I think. Very well. As for the place, I wonder if they would agree meeting in the Hudson Yards. The vessel, plenty of tourists visit that place, but if we go there after midnight... She seems to have made up her mind. Yes, bring them there tomorrow. Look for me near the top level. Tomorrow already? I don't think they're expecting me back so soon. Yes, tomorrow, for reasons that shall be made obvious when we talk. Pick them up at midnight, then drive them back to Midtown. That's the plan. I'll be waiting as long as it takes, within reason. I'm counting on you, Sam. The final puzzle piece is about to find its way to its destination. After that, we will all get our just reward. You, me, the Camarilla, even the Anarchs. I could kiss you. Yes, you'd like that. You desire that. Very much so. Please, forehead kisses, maybe? She must have caught in your expression. She smiles. A figure of speech, darling, or at least it is tonight. But a few nights from now, who knows? I'm growing fond of you, and success whets my appetite for these kinds of things. We made mommy happy. Mother, sorry, mother, apologies, mother, apologies, mother, apologies. This sexual tension in the room becomes unbearable until it suddenly disappears. Was this another one of Sophie's tricks, or an actual spark of arousal in both of your undead bodies? Chef's kiss, no notes. You recently felt the blood flow through you for a short moment. The warmth in your groin takes you by surprise. You didn't think you could do that anymore, or did you just imagine it? Questions for later. Use the rest of this night well, Sam, and rest. We are but a day's sleep away from shaking the city awake. I love her. I would die for her. Oh, we still have time to do stuff. Gee, what do we do? Gumshoe in the dark. A string of recent violent killings has the Red Hook district of Brooklyn on an edge. Sophie mentioned that Kadir al-Assami has a secret associate. Okay, that's right. This is the Nosferatu guy. As you make your way down Clinton Street, the incessant hum of traffic gives you way to ominous signs of the waterfront. You stop to take in the familiar bouquet of the Hudson, made all the more potent by recently sharpened senses. Oh yeah, because recently relative, because this is like one of the early missions that you could take, but I never did. Across the basin, the Red Hook grain terminal rears its rusty frame. Once a bustling industrial area, now sleeping giants splayed out on the riverbank, forgotten, abandoned. Conveniently so, especially for one of the hidden. Keeping to the shadows, you sneak closer to the dilapidated complex. Make your way past hole-ridden silos and wobbly chain-link fences. By the time you reach the entrance to the main building, you can almost feel the rust particles making themselves cozy at the back of your throat. Not getting your hopes up, you give the door a slight nudge. To your surprise, it gives almost instantly. Looks like someone's been using it recently. Once inside, you find yourself in a large empty hall. Looking around, you can almost picture it back in its heyday, stacked to the rafters with heavy machinery. You notice a set of stairs leading up to a mezzanine, most likely an office space, and then you see it, a faint light coming out from one of the upper rooms. Looks like you're in luck. Quietly, with bated breath, you climb the steps and approach the dimly lit room. The door creaks open, revealing what looks like an old-timey detective's office, complete with crooked window blinds, an overflowing ashtray, and paper scattered across a wooden desk. Suddenly, it hits you. That nagging feeling, this is all too convenient. Too inviting. Before you can react, the trap's already sprung. A plume of cigar smoke wafts over your shoulder. The barrel of a gun rubs at your spine. A raspy voice whispers in your ear. Let me guess. Took a wrong turn at the third silo? Oh, good lord, sir. Presidents make rush to the Senate, attempt to talk down the Senate. You decide to play along. Raising your arm slowly, you weigh your next words carefully. You're pretty sure a bullet to the back wouldn't kill you, but it doesn't sound too pleasant either. So this isn't Bloodsuckers Anonymous. Let's not do anything rash. How about we talk like civilized kindred? You mean this isn't Bloodsuckers Anonymous? Why can I not say that word out loud? A noise rattles behind your head, like someone shook a can full of gravel. It might have even been a chuckle, but your guess is as good as anyone's. Wise guy, huh? Lucky for you, I have a soft spot for wise guys, so I'll give you a chance to explain yourself. In a strange interplay of light and shadow, the stranger reappears behind his desk. Seeing him in his full, for lack of a better word, glory, you can't help but smirk. This is the dread Nosferatu? The way Sophie described them, you were expecting some grotesque monstrosity, but this guy? The clothes, the swagger, the hard-boiled detective routine, all comes across as a bad joke. Still, when it comes to appearance, his lineage is undeniable. From 30 feet away, he could probably pass for a bum with a nasty skin condition. From 5 feet away, he looks like something made to be seen from 30 feet away. Jesus. He leans back in his chair, casually pointing his gun at you. So what brings you in my humble office? Are you D'Angelo? You the one they call D'Angelo? That's my name, kid. Don't wear it out. My friend calls me Jin, so you best stick to D'Angelo for the time being. Now it's just you tell me what this is about. Otherwise, I kindly ask you to get the fuck out of my office. Oh, shit. I pressed the wrong one. Drop the act. I know you work for Kadir Al-Asim. Apologies. His expression sours. Not a name you want to casually toss around, kid. But hey, I get it. You're not some random schmuck who wandered in here off the street. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Who I work for is less important. What I'm working on, however... I know, I'm here to help. Red Hook murders. I know, I want to help you catch the killer. His moldy lips twist into a smile. Do you now? D'Angelo lowers his shades. For a few seconds, he sits motionless with his eyes fixed on you. Suddenly, he raises his gun, almost making you flinch. Almost. Then he twirls it onto his shoulder holster. So like onto his back? What? Oh, his shoulder. I'm thinking it's like a shotgun. Okay, so it's a pistol. In a flashy display, that definitely looks like it was practiced. A lot. In front of a mirror. This guy's fun. You see Nosferatu's lips move, but the quiet mumbling clearly isn't meant for your ears. Listening in, you're able to catch snippets of his monologue. Sure, they seem to care. What was the end game? What was their angle? Everybody's got one, even if they pretend like they don't. Oh, excuse me. Especially then. What the hell? Maybe this town finally got me. He pauses, sticks a fresh cigar between his crooked teeth. Maybe a good leap of faith is just what the doctor ordered. Oh my god, wait, is he narrating? Offer him a light. As he reaches into his pocket, you flash a lit lighter before his eyes. Or maybe you could use a healthy dose of unhealthy. For a split second, he gives you a puzzled look. Then he leans over your lighter, puffing his cig as it catches fire. A wiry smile comes back to his lips. I like you, kid. You might look like a used car salesman, but there's just something about you. Tell you what, I was just about to head back to the crime scene. Take a look around, refresh my notes. You can tag along if you want to. I could use an assistant, someone to take notes and make wild assumptions for me to shoot down. This man has seen too many episodes of Dr. House. Who knows? If you're any good, I might consider making this a long-term arrangement. We're waiting for you on grid. Sounds good. Sure does, kid. I'm the one who said it. Just one more thing. You still got me at disadvantage here. Seems like you've done some digging on me. But with you, I've barely scratched the surface. You catch my drift? So answer me this. Who was it that sent you into my neck of the woods? Or in layman's terms, who do you work for? Let's be honest. Sophie Langley. For the first time since he got here, Nosferatu adopts a look of genuine surprise. His eyes wander for a moment, finally giving way to a crooked smile. So you're the one, huh? Fledgling the Toreador Dame spared. Yeah, that would make sense. Don't think she'd appreciate you throwing her name around. Thanks for being upfront, kid. One blink is enough for you to miss D'Angelo vanishing from his chair. Just when you're about to look around, he reappears right next to you. Up close, his smile is even more unnerving. Alright, moonlight's burning. Let's get cracking. With a certain fascination, you watch D'Angelo stumble his way across West Brooklyn. Oddly animated, incessantly scratching his face and neck, stopping every once in a while for a bout of mumbling narration. He is most certainly a sight to behold. Still, he seems to be getting around okay, and you take a particular note of the fact that he seems to be choosing the darker, less frequented streets. There's definitely a method to his madness. Eventually, your leprous guide takes a sudden turn off Van Brunt Street and into a particularly dingy alleyway. The torn pieces of yellow police tape are a dead giveaway. This has to be the place. Well, here we are. Time for you to earn your stripes. This is where they found him. Drained dry, not a drop of blood in him. And before you ask, no, I didn't get to see the body. So I don't know if there were any bite marks. So what can you tell me? You take a moment to examine the crime scene. Judged by the chalk outlines on the pavement, the man was killed recently. Curiously, there doesn't appear to be a trace of blood or viscera, and you know the city's cleanup crew isn't that fast, or that thorough. Looking up, you notice a spray-painted sign on the wall. It reads, "The Blood Speaks," in big crooked letters. You look to D'Angelo, the Nosferatu gives you an expecting look. Do you say the victim was drained dry? Because I don't see a trace of blood anywhere. G'day, kid. It's the details that counts. And given that the murder was committed right here and the victim didn't make a sound, we can therefore conclude that killer was kindred. Bingo! Only kindred could drain a human this quickly, this quietly, but not just any kindred. Take a look at that graffiti. What do you think it means? It seems desperate. My thoughts exactly. It's as if someone wanted to get a message across, but was too scared to stick around and write the whole damn book. So we got the abridged version. Tell me, if you were a guess, which claim will you say that kill belongs to? Oh, definitely Malkavians. Maybe it's Malkavian serial killer. They're pretty nuts, right? Nah, kid, the Moonies can be a bit playful, but there's a method to the madness. It leaves a certain aftertaste. This right here, it just reeks of desperation. I might be jumping to conclusions, but my mind's on the Thin Bloods. Huh. Oh wait, do we have anything new on Thin Bloods? Thin Bloods. No, it's pretty basic stuff. Although it's new, that's weird. I thought we learned about Thin Bloods already. Huh. Oh well. He pauses, spits out the mangled remains of a cigar. Shit, looks like we're gonna have to pay Larson a visit. Thin blood primogen? Larson, the thin blood primogen? No, Larson's the bicycle repairman. Of course, thin blood with fucking primogen. Not sure if he knows who the killer is, but he could probably make an educated guess. In any case, we'd be doing him a favor. If it turns out one of his is violating the Masquerade, it would put him in a hell of an awkward position. I mean Shane upside down awkward. It's kind of weakness the other Primogen would love to exploit. His position in the council is as bad as it is. He pauses for a moment and mumbles to himself, but it's too quiet for you to make out. Finally, he lights up a fresh cigar, he takes a puff, and lets the smoke escape through his crooked smile. Alright, kid, let's get this over with. Compared to the industrial ugliness of Red Hook, Sterling Place is quite a change of scenery. Yeah, pretty. The heavily gentrified and pleasantly dull residential area emanates this sort of peaceful apathy that rich hipsters scoff at and blue-collar workers dream of. All of a sudden, the Nosferatu stops. It almost seems like he was taking a deep breath, steeling himself for things to come. This is the place. With that, he points to a surprisingly nice-looking two-story house. The place is almost completely dark. Almost. You notice a dim light shining through the curtains of an upper-story window. It's probably safe to assume that the head of the family is working late, especially if the head of the family happens to be a vampire. Okay, kid. You gotta be gentle about this. I'm talking velvet gloves, soft cushions, you rang my lord gentle. We need to get Larson out here without making a fuss or letting his family see us. If we blow this, he'll shut down like a speakeasy on raid night. Trust me, I know. Sounds like you have a history. Sounds about right, but that's a story for another time. Right now, let's stick to why we're here. Tell you what, how about you take the lead on this one? I'm curious to see how you handle it. You take a step back and look around the area. The lit up window seems like a safe bet. Now it's just a matter of getting Larson's attention, his and no one else's. As you're trying to come up with a viable strategy, you are suddenly startled by a loud noise. It takes you a second to identify the sound as a dog's barking. It doesn't take you long to figure out where it came from, as a bearded man leading a Rottweiler on a leash comes into view. Feeding opportunity, yeah, we're hungry. As you turn towards the mad dog, he gives you a little look. Kid? Shushing him with a gesture, you plunge into the shadows and crouch behind a well-trimmed hedge. True to his word, D'Angelo follows the lead through, though he doesn't seem too happy about it. Best not be thinking what I'm thinking you're thinking. Oh, does he not want us to feed? You tense up, waiting for the man to get closer. When he does, you spring from darkness, grabbing both his arms and sink your teeth in his neck. His blood gushes in your mouth, thick with surprise and laced with just enough fear. It's also quick and yet so sublime. The man goes limp, his best friend does not. The dog goes off on a bark spree that would make a dead man cover his ears. You tear away your victim, ready to let the beast loose on the helpless canine. D'Angelo, however, is quick to curtail your murderous appetite. The detective approaches the animal, looking it straight in the eyes. He mumbles something under his breath, an oddly melodic whisper. Mesmerized by the chant, the dog grows quiet and lays on his back, allowing D'Angelo to pat his belly. Aww! Suddenly you notice lights turning on in some of the houses. D'Angelo gives you an angry look and points to the unconscious man in your arms. Get him out of sight, now! Heeding his advice, you hoist the man over his shoulders and carry him to the nearest bush. Just as you're getting up, a very unassuming and slightly unshaved man in a turtleneck approaches D'Angelo. He doesn't seem happy to see him. Are you fucking insane, man? I know you are, but this is nutsing by your standards, D'Angelo. You glance over at D'Angelo. He looks somewhat embarrassed. I thought this was just going to be like a quick snack. I didn't think this was going to be a whole thing. Scratching the back of his neck, clearly trying to find the right angle to play this. Hey Larson, sorry about the fuss, but we needed to get your attention. By feeding right next to my house? What the hell is wrong with you? Get the hell out of here. Relax, I didn't bleed him dry, unlike your friend at Red Hook. Is that supposed to mean anything to me? D'Angelo, what's going on here? It's about the Red Hook murders. We think one of yours is responsible. Bullshit! That Duskborn's got enough trouble just staying alive out here. What could possibly make them openly violate the Masquerade? Desperation? Killer's been leaving messages. Whoever they are, I think they know something. Something they can't share with just anyone. I know it seems far-fetched, but it's the only way this puzzle fits together. Nah, I don't buy it. You're reaching, trying to find a scapegoat. Get in your boss's good graces. Word gets around, D'Angelo. You think I don't know who you're working for? Then help us clear your people's name. What have you got to lose? Everything. I've been a thorn at the council's side for a while now. This is just an excuse they need to get rid of me. Whatever it turns out, one of yours did it, and you sat on your hands to protect them. You think the council won't jump on that? He looks off into darkness, pondering his options. He lets out a heavy sigh. Look, I'll ask around, consult my sources. If it turns out one of my own is responsible, they will face justice. In the meantime, keep your deductions to yourself. I have enough trouble as it is. Deal. Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to my family. And with that, Larson retreats to the elusive safety of his home. You decide it's best to move along. You walk a couple of blocks in utter silence. Even D'Angelo's mumbling seems to have taken a backseat. Oddly enough, you find his newfound, hello, word? The hell do you mean? Reticence? What? The traditional emotional resonance of the British. What? Can I get a definition, please? Uncountable, also avoidance of saying, reluctance to say too much. Oh, discretion. Okay. Finally, the Nosferatu stops and turns towards you. Hell of a night. I don't know about you, kid, but I sure could use a drink. Something warm, and a tall, sweaty glass. But first, let me tally your score. Let's see now. You did make a good first impression, like someone who can talk themselves out of a tight spot. Talking's cheap. Bullets, not so much. You held your own at the crime scene. Nothing I hadn't figured out on my own, but hey, we can't all be professionals. Finally, when the situation called for subtlety, you managed to avoid unwanted attention. Discretion is what separates a private dick from just an old dick. All in all, you did fine. Not fine, but not bad for your first case. Don't let it get to your head. I'll be in touch. Let you know if I hear from Larson. Be ready to meet me at the office. He starts to walk away, but suddenly stops and turns back towards you. Because unfortunately, we won't see him because this is the last night, and he's just kind of getting this started and blah, 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 blah. And bring a notepad. Every good assistant should have one. That's nice. Oh, I kind of wish I did had D'Angelo as one of my companions. Oh, excuse me. You wake up. This is not your haven. It's a cramped space. You try to move your arms and find that they are tied to your body. Oh, excuse me. You can barely bend your legs. When you try to stretch your neck, you hit a cold ceiling. You can't quite believe it, but this is a coffin, or something close enough to it. It vibrates slightly, but you can't hear any sounds coming from outside. It's entirely dark. You kick the front of the container. Only reaction is a dull metallic sound. You try using your fist, but there's not just enough room to get a good punch in. It seems pretty hopeless. Some more tries. Nothing. This is bad. Suddenly the container is moved slightly. A moment of silence. An indistinct male voice shouting. A muffled shot. Silence again. The lid comes off. What the fuck? What? What's happening? We found you. What do you mean you found me? What happened? Hey, Hope! Hope and Tamika, yay! Our girls came and saved us! Yay! You're trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us and that asshole over there. Is... Did you just make a Skyrim reference? Come on, go. We gotta get going. Yee, Tamika, I missed you. Seeing their faces is surprising, even more so in these circumstances. However, you realize the immediate danger and follow your companions out of the car and down the street in North Bronx. The van has crashed into another car. A familiar face, that of Kaiser's ghoul, Jackie, stumbles out of the wrecked stand and slinks away into the darkness before you can call after him. Okay, thanks, Jackie. The three of you jog away toward the line of trees and take shelter under the branches. Just as you hear a chopper approaching, its searchlight illuminates the wrecked van and moves towards you. Hide, now! You see Tamika literally go underground, melding with the earth beneath her feet, as if she was being swallowed up. That's cool. You look to Hope, but she's not there. You haven't seen any movement, just trees she leaned against a scant few seconds ago. No one taught me this! You're left alone with just seconds to make a move before a spotlight finds you. I take a twig and cover my face with it. Oh, excuse me. Hide behind the closest tree, dive under a nearby bush. Seeing no better option, you find the nearest bush and dive right under it. It's probably not the best or smartest thing to do, but you have to trust your gut. The illumination passes only inches away from you, but it's just a pattern of light on the ground. The trees block a good portion of it. It doesn't dwell on you. It doesn't seem like they spotted you or any of your companions. The helicopter flies on, its searchlight frantically moving through the vicinity as your companions once again appear in your proximity. Close call. We have to get out of here before SI puts boots on the ground. The fuck is going on? What are you two doing here? Hope, fill them in while we walk. Follow me. Hope Portrait 3 PNG. Your life up to this point, everything you knew, it was a highly advanced VR simulation. Welcome to the real world. I knew it! Your blank stare is what makes her crack. No, actually, this First Light, in this case I think, raided your haven and took you in. They were just transporting you out of town. Kaiser told us which route they'd take. Kaiser organized this? Oh, what about Sophie? If they hit my haven, then what about Sophie? Is she safe? As far as I know, it's just your place that got hit. Pardon. Alright. As far as I know, it's just your place that got hit, partner. Makes you wonder what's coming next, huh? There's a ride. Come on, stay low. The SI might still be around. Kaiser's familiar car stops nearby and the back door opens. Your allies usher you inside and join you. Being inside this mobile fortress never felt like a relief. Until now. Thanks, Kaiser! Hey, fledgling. Miss me? Yeah, actually. Actually, yeah, I kinda did. Aw, that's so sweet. Hate to break it to you, but I didn't take a sudden liking to you. I'm here on business. Okay. You're here now, only because I told your buddies that you were neck deep in shit. That van you were in, a one-way ticket to Hurtville, Pennsylvania. I broke you out as a favorite, now you owe me big. Hope snorts. What's so funny, Jester? Hurtville, Pennsylvania. Wait, you like it? Yeah, it's literally the funniest thing I've ever heard. Is there a Usenet where you workshop these bits with other ancient demons? Can I get in? Everyone's a critic. I thought that was excellent wordplay. Why didn't I wake up earlier? I'm told I was picked up 2 nights ago. Why didn't I wake up earlier? The Inquisition ain't dumb. They broke into your place in the middle of the day and staked you as soon as they saw you. Bam. Paralyzed. Brought you to the cloisters and examined you a bit. If you're walking funny, that's why. Lucky for you, I had an inside man loosen the stake a bit before they packed you in. Wait, you have an inside man within a second Inquisition? Got fur blocking your pain? Got fur blocking your pretty eyes, Stray? Yeah, I have somebody on the inside. As much as I'd like it to be a case, I'm probably not the only one. I have a good idea why the SI hit you, Sam. Not that there aren't tons of good reasons for it. It might have been one of these, for instance. The screens of Kaiser's car flicker, and each of them show a short loop clip. It's you getting into a fight, feeding using one of your powers. You haven't exactly kept a low profile, fledgling. I get it. You're new to this. You didn't know better. Yada yada yada. Fact is this, I have tons of this stuff. Security camera footage, YouTube videos posted by onlookers, social media posts from victims, you name it. Like I said though, I don't think any one of these did you in. Slip-ups happen. The reason I need you walking and talking, Sam, is to test the hypothesis, this out of mine. For that, I need you to finish what you were tasked to do. First things first. Here. He hands you the phone. Number has already been dialed. You hear the tone. Somebody picks up. Who's this? It's me, Sophie. Sam, are you okay? They're fine and dandy. Kaiser, what are you doing on this line? What do you think? It's my phone your protege is using, so keep it snappy. Operating a secure network ain't cheap. Come on, Sam. Spit it out. Kaiser did save me. Kaiser saved me from the Psycho Inquisition, Sophie. Only got out because of him. Your companions look at one another dejected. I'm sorry! A sigh, that's what I feared. Listen, the plan we need to do tonight, but if the Inquisition... we need to do it. Tonight. I'm sorry, I'm gonna read that again. Listen, the plan, we need to do it. Tonight. But if the Inquisition's evolved, and you broke out, they'll be looking for you, so we can't meet in public. I have a place in mind, but Kaiser, are you still listening? Would I tell you if I wasn't? Sam, call this number from where you visited before last we spoke. I'll come pick you up. Shay hangs up. And that's that. What is it that you've gotten yourself into? I have no fucking clue. No need to answer that riddle. I think I've almost arrived at the answer. Sorry to spoil the fun, but I'll answer that particular riddle momentarily. Hold on, I'm just gonna take another sip. Oh, my throat's gonna be sore tomorrow. Don't worry, doll. I can throw a few other ones your way after our mutual acquaintance continues with their night. If my intel is worth a damn, your next stop, Sam, is right about here. The car comes to a stop and the door opens. Outside, you see a street leading to Solids and Stripes, Torque's pool pub. Well, need me to kick you out? How the fuck do you know about this place? What about Tamika and Hope? What about them? They're staying right where they are, and we're going to have a little chat. After we're done, I'm sure they'll find their way back to the Havens just fine. The clock is ticking. I think I know what Sophie wants to do tonight, and if I'm right, tonight's the last chance you've got. If you want to say bye to your buddies before you go, that's fine by me. But that schedule of yours is pretty hectic, so better do it now and scram. You thank both of your companions for their assistance. Without them, you wouldn't be here now. Kaiser makes a gagging gesture and urges you to step out of the car. Oh, come on, Kaiser. You turn around and make your way to the bar. The door closes behind you and Kaiser's limo starts moving again. You hope your companions won't have to pay too high a price for helping you. This Solids and Stripes is pretty much abandoned tonight, with only the bartender and one blurry-eyed local watching an old Borgat movie on the bar screen. Borgat? Who the hell's Borgat? You ask to use the phone and call Sophie first. Yes? I'm here. Are you on your way? Yes, we'll be there in about 15 minutes. Notify Torque if he's not there. We need to talk soon and move quickly. She hangs up. You tell a bartender to notify Torque, just like the Anarch leader mentioned you should. The man makes a short call. You only hear somebody picking up, but no words exchanged. The owner's on his way right now. Can I get you anything while you're waiting? Actually, do you serve the special stuff? Bartender raises an eyebrow. Special reserves, I mean? Sorry, I can only serve that to a narrow selection of the owner's friends. Well, I am one of his friends. Nah, it's a list, and you're not on the list. I know, because it hasn't changed for a while now. Sorry, everything else at the bar is up for grabs, though. Sure you don't want something? You shake your head. Tor comes in some 10 minutes later without Mia. He tips his hat to you, puts a hand on her blurry-eyed patron's shoulder, and says something to him under his breath. They both laugh. Marty, how's the night going? Hello, it Trapveka. Don't want to play duos. I don't know what that means. Quiet, sir. Just how you like it, huh? Well, Sam, I believe you wanted me here for a reason. Let's hear it. You're about to tell him what brought you here, then the doors to the bar open and Sophie walks in. All splendor and charisma. The patron's eyes are now glued to her, and so are the bartenders. Torque isn't happy with the sight. Well, this isn't what we agreed on, Sam. Care to explain? Torque meets Sophie, Sophie meets Torque. We had to improvise. Things got complicated. We had to improvise. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I believe Sam already told you why I'm here. Not in any detail, and the circumstances of our meeting were supposed to be different. So, Miss Langley, tell me why I shouldn't ask you to leave and kick out your protege while I'm at it. You will like what I have to say. Yeah, I've heard that line 100 times, but 99 of those ended with somebody getting hurt. And that's not something I'm in the mood for tonight. We are wasting time. There's a unique opportunity we should take advantage of, and we only have an hour or so to discuss it before it will be time to act. My driver is waiting outside. Wait, goddamn minute. First of all, I'm not going anywhere without Mia. That was the deal. Second, it's Sam who was supposed to do the driving, not your servant. Both serve me, so really it's of little difference. The circumstances changed and we had to adapt. Don't be stubborn. Foolishness does not suit you. I have a secure spot in mind where we can talk. I'll stop you right there. Torque is seething, but he's keeping a lid on his anger. His voice barely changes. My conditions were clear. The way I hear it, you want to break each one of them. I see no reason at all to agree to any of this. I believe I will be staying put tonight. You have places to be, yes? Torque, you're throwing away the only chance you have at challenging Callahan. Don't be a fool. The lid comes off. Call me a fool one more time, woman, and that's not the only thing I'm going to be throwing. You're both acting like children, and you put your differences aside and see the other's point of view. Both Sophie and Torque glare at you. No powers, just their personas are enough to make you feel like you'd prefer to be anywhere else but here. Oh no! Who the fuck do you think you are? There's only one child here, Sam. You're their patron, Langley. What does that tell us? What are you implying, you insolent? Shots break the front windows. A flashbang goes off in the room, changing the bar into a space of white light and ringing noise. Oh, they found me! Shit, it's the fuzz! Cheese it! You feel somebody tugging at your back and are thrown behind the bar. More shots ring out, bottles break, the TV shatters in pieces, the wooden bar splinters. Your sight comes back, but you think you've gone deaf. Because suddenly the room is silent. You see Torque beside you and Marty, the bartender, bleeding out on the floor. You look over the bar. Sophie is standing there, her dress partially tattered, a visible hole in her leg. She is like the heart of a supernova, entrancing, unavoidable, beautiful, and terrifying. Chef's kiss, no notes. In front of her are 8 operatives, looking like a private military force, just standing there, paralyzed by Sophie's magnificence. As wouldn't we all? Torque, you still there? Yeah? Would you kindly show your guests some hospitality? Sure thing. The Anarch is gone in the blink of an eye, and he reappears next to one of the shoulders. The armor-clad operative's head disappears in a puff of blood and bone. The same thing happens to the second, the third. You hear the radios go off on the other shoulder. other soldiers' shoulders, a panicked voice pleading them to wake up. The fourth head pops. The fifth. They finally realize what's happening, but it's too late. The sixth man is beheaded by what you now see is just Torque's bare-fisted punch. Torque stops by the seventh man, rips something off his neck, and bites down. Sophie walks over to the last man and has him kneel in front of her before biting as well. On your right, a man in full body armor emerges from the back door, raising his assault rifle. What the fuck? Break the soldier's neck. Not thinking twice, you stand up and grab the soldier's head in your hand. Before he can react, you twist. The sickening sound of breaking bones followed by a crumpling of his limp body. You see Torque holding a combat knife in hand, ready to throw it. He catches your eye. Beat me to it. Langley. Sophie wipes her mouth of blood and looks at him. That means stolen item? Yes. I'll take it. Splendid. Torque walks behind the bar and checks on the bartender. You see the Anarch open his own wrists and feed blood into the wounded man. Drink up, Mari. He'll make you feel better. Get the hell out of here and wait for Mia. She's coming and she'll know what to do. Torque? Yeah, coming. Take the back door. Sam, come on. You slink back into the alley behind the bar, leaving 10 bodies and one grievously wounded ghoul behind. Nobody stops you from circling around the block and finding your way to Sophie's car. Gregory drives away casually, as if this was just another late-night drive, and not the crowning of a desperate, complicated evening. Sophie brings you all to a luxurious apartment in Manhattan's Upper West Side. Pretty. The way she explains it, the vampire who owned it left the city a few years ago and gave away spare keys to a few trusted compatriots. It's been used sporadically since. Fancy. You like it? It always felt too modern for my tastes. But what's important is that it's secure. As long as nobody followed your car here, or the fledgling, trouble follows this one whenever they go. Even if that's the case, we have very little time to conduct our business here anyway, and we'll be leaving soon, I hope. So, let's begin. You look at Sophie, excited. Finally, you will learn what it is that you've been working towards for more than a week, and what it is that Kaiser wanted you to participate in. I have on good authority that Boss Callahan is bloodbound to Prince Panhard. Pardon, fuck? Torque sucks air in loudly. That's an accusation and a half there, Langley. Got proof? No, but we're just a boat ride away from getting it. What is that supposed to mean? Sam, the address that I procured from Kaiser was the meeting spot for Panhard and the Baron's regular sharing of blood, and other bodily fluids, if rumors are to be true. Wait, Kaiser knew about this? Is there anything that insufferable clump of dead skin doesn't know in this city? He knows things, but only shares them if you pay. Neither the Prince nor Callahan can touch him. He's too useful. Kaiser says something about having plans for me, that he wanted to make this meeting happen. That can't be good, right? That is an interesting point. I think Kaiser might be as interested in shaking up the status quo as we are. A chaotic landscape makes for a great market for him, unlike a static one. I swear, he did say something about along those lines before, but can't remember. I don't like playing into that creep's hands, but at least now I know that I'm doing it. The devil you know and all that. What was the address I gave you? They meet regularly on Ellis Island. Not Ellis. In fact, their next scheduled meeting starts in just about half an hour. Actually, I don't know much about Ellis Island. I only know it's like a common joke that no one likes to go Ellis Island. Alright, hold on, I'm just gonna stretch. I don't know, for all I know, Ellis Island might actually be like a great place. Oh, excuse me. Hot damn, I'm guessing why I crashed that meeting. Why? So you can see the proof for yourself, so that I can make sure too. Excuse me. And so that I can have an extra pair of eyes for Panhard to consider when I present to her my ultimatum. Oh, damn. The prince must abandon her seat and leave New York City. She can go wherever she pleases, but if she stays, the entire court will know, and the next prince might not look favorably on her past. Dealing with anarchs, especially so closely, is a punishable offense in the Camarilla, as I'm sure you've heard. So I did. Torque strokes his beard and looks intently at Sophie. What exactly are you trying to accomplish here? Say you remove Panhard, and I even remove Callahan. Then what? Torque, did you ever wonder why Callahan is keeping you in check? Because I wondered why the prince condemns anarchs during her visit to Elysium, but doesn't allow the Ivory Tower to challenge you. She, or they, have engineered this status quo not for the good of their sex, but for private gain. They keep us all in line because it lets them hold on to power that much longer. And your goal is what? Make this Cold War turn hot? Not a great plan. You cammies will get your butts kicked out in New York City in no time. If you anarchs manage to organize, which I doubt you will, at any rate, it's a risk I'm willing to take. I don't stand alone in this. This entire operation has been years in the making. Torque, I'm offering you a chance to square things with Callahan and level the playing field. If we get rid of these two, we can start on equal footing at the next stage of this dance macabre. Do I factor into this plan at all? Yes. We will be taking you with us to Ellis Island, both as another set of eyes to witness the Prince Baron in the act, and as a bit of added security. I don't think Helen or Callahan would dare to lay a finger on me, but they will not find me unprepared. You know, after all those years spent in Callahan's shadow and taking part in all the kindred dick measuring contests, I should expect a ruse, some ploy to kill me in an out-of-the-way place. That's our inherent paranoia talking. My gut tells me it's time to get this show started. I hope you have a boat nearby, Langley. Sophie smiles mischievously. Yee. Of course I do. It's waiting for us by the pier. Lead the way, then. Moonlight's burning. The three of you leave the apartment and walk toward the pier. Nobody seems to be following you. You get on a small patrol boat and double time it through the Hudson's cold, dark waters. Wow, that was fast. Out of all the places in New York where the Prince and the Baron could meet, and it's Ellis Island, a landmark with a dark past, a museum on one hand, a dilapidated piece of history on the other. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe Ellis Island is a shithole. You leave the boat and make your way to the southern part of the island, paying no heed to renovated tourist attractions on the northern side. You expected some resistance, a night guard, a helicopter flying overhead, or maybe a police patrol boat. Nothing. The island seems completely deserted. It's clear this sets Sophie on edge. She's moving as quietly and subtle as ever, but you can see that she's eager to reach the particular house her intel pointed out. Torque is following suit, grimly determined, flashing his piercing gaze all over, still clearly uncertain that this isn't some kind of con. Finally, you see it, light coming from a window in one of the buildings at the edge of the island. The three of you slowly creep closer to the building and take a look inside the window. There it is, Callahan kneeling in front of the prince, sucking on Panhard's wrist, both fully clothed. A small blessing. Torque makes his move, and before Sophie can stop him, he bursts through the building's door. It all happens very quickly. Torque grabs Callahan by the shoulders and throws him through the still open door. Callahan hits the ground hard. Torque appears on top of him and starts punching. You fucker! You piece of shit! Stop! Oh. The prince's voice takes hold for just long enough to make Torque relent, which the Baron uses to flows. He shoves Torque off of himself and tries to bite down. Prince, call off your lapdog. Langley, what is the meaning of this? The two anarchs break apart, both wounded, but neither is quite done yet, and they look at one another with pure hatred. Kill the bitch, Helena, but leave the fledgling to me. Right after I deal with this shit stain, I'm gonna... A shrill, unpleasant laugh fills the air. You know who it belongs to. This guy! So entertaining. Truly, it feels almost ashamed to break up this spectacular, but also... Thomas? Who the fuck is this joker? Ah, yes, I don't think we met. Though I did hear a lot about you, Mr. Torque. My name is Thomas Arturio, and I... Callahan uses his moment of uncertainty to strike. He's still too slow for Torque, but who throws the boss onto the lawn where the two exchange blows once again. Helen, if you'd be so kind to ask your friend to not hurt our guests too much. Callahan, don't kill him. This time, Callahan comes out on top and grabs Torque in an iron hold. Your companion struggles but can't quite break away. I will not be denied, Helena. Not this time. You will do as I command. And she will do as I command her, Douglas, old boy. What? Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I feel like I need to break up this little spectacle. It's been going on for much too long. You think you're smart, Langley. You and your clique figured out that there was something fishy going on all on your own. But you were always with just a piece of the puzzle. Wasn't she, Sam? The fuck do I do? Sophie looks at you, shocked and disappointed. The hell are you talking about? What I'm talking about, you ask? You, fledgling, you don't know. How could you? Only I knew. And your sire, of course. They're the one who agreed to embrace you after some negotiations. You hear a scream and curse. It's Callahan, whose arm has been nearly ripped off his body. Torque breaks out of the Baron's grasp, but doesn't continue the attack. Instead, he's at the edge of the water in a blink of an eye and disappears into the Hudson. The only trace left of him is his fedora. Ah, shit. Another actor going off script at the very end, huh? No matter. Let him bring us some amusement now that the production is almost wrapped up. He'll reach his allies. He'll tell everyone of this. Helen, even if we naively assume his nights aren't numbered now that he's on the SI site, this show must go on one way or another. Won't hurt to encourage leaks and speculation. Oh, excuse me. Sophie looks at you. How could you, Sam? I saved you. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Arturio suddenly appears next to her and slaps her in the face. Langley. What happened to your self-esteem? You can't really think a simple neo-knight has outplayed you. Or maybe this oblivious act is your way of groveling for mercy. Thomas, what? You thought that being an expert chess player would always be enough? You never realized the people at the top simply flip the chessboard over and punch you in the face whenever they don't like the game. Whenever they don't like how the game is going. That is unfortunately true. He motions to the remaining kindred. But the thing is, you weren't even adept at playing the game, you knew. Sam? Just another pawn, placed on the board by my associate. You thought they were your piece since you took them in? But who gave you that idea? Oh yeah, that's right. You returned to a night where you were judged by Prince Panhard, the woman in red. Sophie, somebody speaking to her, a man in glasses, the man standing before you now. This is cruel. We knew what's going to happen. If only somebody would speak up for the poor child, they could be a useful tool for the Camarilla. Terror creeps onto Sophie's face. Of course, those are not the words you heard, were they? No, you were already grasping for some opportunity to further your scheme. I put the bait out, and you took it. Hook, line, and sinker. After that, it was only a matter of time before you started using Sam as your errand boy. No one's quite as easy to track and monitor as a naive fledgling who's just learning the ropes. What is it that you want, Thomas? What do I want? Oh boy, the answer is so simple but so hard to put into words. Unstable stability, cutting-edge tales of thrills and intrigue that push it to the limit, and then return you to the tried and tested status quo, gently and fallibly. A system full of distracting moving parts which stimulate conflicts so convincingly that its users never feel a need to direct their energy toward upsetting the system, achieving the eternal glow of the disposable, building a city that's like a ship of Theseus, constantly changing parts yet always maintaining the same purpose, serving the same goal at all times. A large-scale infrastructure that has something like an exhaust system for the spirit, something that disperses the toxicity around instead of concentrating in a single place. I think it's starting to lose grasp of its own metaphor here. Or, not metaphor, but more of his explanation for his systemic power. None of what you're saying makes the slightest bit of sense. I get what he's saying. I don't think he gets what he's saying. Arturio is momentarily stopped in his tracks. He stares into the sky for a few seconds before a sad grin appears on his face. Oh, excuse me. Spoken like someone who's never really had what it takes to make it in the big leagues. With a theatrical snap of his fingers, he gives his last sentence a sense of finality. Something's changed in the air. You could swear you saw a shadow move behind Sophie. Oh no! Goodbye, Sophie. No! I remember this part. A person appears behind Sophie. You can't believe your eyes. It's Adelaide Davis, holding garden shears in her hands. You take off, rush towards Sophie. You only take a few steps before a figure blinks right next to you and pushes you away. Arturio. What? I don't remember art for this. You hear the shears snip. I remember the shears, though. Sophie's red hair conceals her face as her head falls, separated from her shoulders. Silence. Arturio's unpleasant laughter erupts next to you. Oh, Sam, your career's moving at a breakneck pace. Reluctant points. The most reluctant points for the wordplay. You bastard. Moving up and up and up. Let me congratulate you on your promotion. You killed her! Did I? Adelaide, jealous as ever, has taken a stab at the heart of the matter. My hands, my tongue, my consciousness are clean. Helen, feel free to leave us and take the Baron with you. Thomas, I don't think you should... Shush. You're just being jealous. Adelaide, escort the prince, and dear old Douglas, please. Sure thing, darling. You're left alone next to Sophie's body. You try not to look, but it's hard to ignore her lithe frame decomposing in front of your eyes. Congratulations. You've won this little game. You set out on a suicide mission and successfully brought down the power-hungry wannabe tyrant, even if it probably wasn't the way you imagined it. Now you're free to enjoy paradise again. Life after death. Immortality, eternal youth. What they don't tell you is, of course, living in paradise is inherently sinful when not everyone can partake. But you have time to learn how to live with sin, don't you? He takes a melancholic look at the city skyline surrounding him. The Statue of Liberty and the lights of Manhattan shimmering in the distance. You know, New York taught me to believe in fate. My unlife began right here, and it began with utter despair. My first instinct was to drown myself in books and keep reading and reading until literature gave me the piece of wisdom I needed to go on. Personally, I find reading a silly hobby in retrospect. I always had this minuscule hope that the next sentence I'd read could finally bring me salvation. But it never did. It only gave me fuel for this elevated, righteous, intellectual suffering. But the more I read, the easier it was for me to boil every paragraph down to a power relationship. The characters influence over each other. The writer is trying to impress the reader, etc., etc. The strings everyone pulls start to look like strands that weave into the fabric of fate. And once I saw its beauty, I got teary-eyed. My architect instincts kicked into overdrive. I don't have to submit to fate. All I had to do was cooperate with and wait for my time to shine, and give it my input wherever it needed until it trusted me to do more. Thomas steps over what's left of Sophie, wiping his glasses with an elegant cloth from his pocket. And it did. Fate let me look after this city. With my architect's tools, I started quietly shaping the streets and corridors, while Kaiser and his ilk shaped the information flow. Among many tools this process gave me, one of them was a way to reliably come up with useful agents like you. The methods I used were crude at times, but the route was there. Hey, JJ, these tuber, we're just finishing up. So, spoilers and such. But yeah, we are quite literally a few moments away from the credits. The methods I used were crude at times, but the route was there. All you had to do was follow it. Yeah. Some people write rulebook passages. The others plan city arteries. In the end, the effect is the same. Someone always follows. He puts on the glasses and gives you a long, hard look. You know, I have grown fond of you. You did so well. Even when that idiot Callahan tipped the Inquisition off, you still got out. I like that kind of resourcefulness. I don't like you. You killed our vampire mommy. I could use that kind of resourcefulness. He uncovers his wrist. Oh, fuck no. So take my blood. Just enough so we can start off on the right foot. As a sign of good faith, a sign that you're ready to play in the big leagues, ready to behold the sights, I'm prepared. I've prepared for you. What do you say, Sam? Oh, we don't even get to make a decision. Ah! And that's it. Oh my god. Finally finished it. Oh, I put that off for so long. And you know what? Strangely enough, I was actually starting to get more comfortable with speaking for that long. What's it been? Almost 3 hours? Yeah, it's like 12:30. Getting close to 3 hours. So that was Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York. A very lovely game. Very gorgeous. I don't know if it's something that could be made again today, because it's all, so that was all like hand-drawn art and such. Unfortunately, I'm sure if this was like made today, it would probably be like with AI or such, or probably not. I don't know the studio, so hopefully, I mean, these are old games. I don't think they were ever going to continue these. I don't know if I'm going to continue, because like there is a prequel game, Shadows of New York. I might touch that again. Like, I might continue and play that again. Maybe. Maybe. It's a big maybe. Probably if I do, it would probably be like in like this next October. But round of applause for all the people who worked on this game. This was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Sure, the like reading out loud for chat was, yeah, I think that was like my biggest issue with it. Because I'm not a voice actor. I'm terrible at this. Every time I listen back to my own voice, it sounds horrible, and it doesn't just sound like I'm listen. It's not just like it sounds like not how I expect. It sounds like a completely different person, to the point where I'm wondering if I have some kind of like ear issue or maybe even brain issue. Like the speed of my speech is different. Words that I thought I pronounced perfectly fine sound slurred and like barely like recognizable. Like even like when it sounds like I pronounce a word like perfectly clear and fast, it turns out for somehow I pronounced it like slowly, like I was sounding it out. Like it's very weird and it's off-putting, but I think with practice I can get better. Hopefully, and maybe one day my S's and T's will be more functional. Speaking for an audience is weird, and listening to yourself recorded speaking on an audience is double weird. It is. Thank you, Carmina. It's a weird thing. I don't know. Today I felt more confident in it. Heck, even just like listening to a recording of yesterday's stream, it sounded nicer. Don't know. It is kind of the sort of thing that's making me wish I had a face cam. Now I don't know if I'm going to get a face cam. I'm still not entirely sure how far or what exactly I want to do with Twitch at the moment. Because at the moment it's not a source of income. Hopefully one day, like I mentioned earlier today, if I can get to like 50 followers and that possibility of some form of an income, I think putting like more money into this will definitely help. But of course, there's also that other issue that I probably won't be able to make it to 50 followers and more without putting the cash up front to make this, presentable and more professional looking. But I think before I even do that, to put the money into looking professional, I think I need to give it a couple more years of practice and trying to keep a schedule and trying to, because this is about the second year of streaming for me. I think I just need to practice more, and just hopefully one day I'll be someone worth watching. Hopefully one day. But for all those who are sticking with me so far, thank you so much. Thank you to Carissa Killjoys for the raid. Thank you to Delta 3x2 for the follow. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for stopping by. It really does help so much that you stop by and listen to me. Is there anyone? It's pretty late. Yeah, there's no one else to raid at night. I'm actually surprised I'm getting so many people watching this late at night compared to when I used to stream like earlier in the day. But so no one else we can really raid into, so I'm gonna leave you all to get some sleep because it's like 12:30 at night. Go get sleep. You deserve it. You deserve to sleep. Look at me. Look. Okay, you can't see me. Look at Sophie here. Look at her eyes. Sophie's telling you to get sleep. She cares about you. Get the sleep. All right. Thank you all for coming by so much. If you like what you see here, please check out my description below. There should be a link to my YouTube channel where you can see all my past broadcasts. And if you are watching this on my YouTube channel, if you check down the description below in the comment section, there should be a link to the Twitch channel so you can catch these as they happen live. Thank you all so much. Take care. Good night. Have a good evening. Goodbye. Bye. Love y'all.